I'm just so hungry and so weak, just there's no energy to even go and look for elk.
I definitely have some cramping right now in my calves, but overall I feel pretty good. Just I don't have any gas in the tank to go up hills.
It'll be a great story when it's over. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm super tired this morning. Probably the most tired I've been so far. Hungry, definitely. It reminds me I did the keto diet several years ago. And when your body switches from processing carbs to processing fat, yeah, I don't know, it feels similar to that. I feel like I can hike and do okay, but definitely hungry. Definitely feeling, I don't know, small, puny, weak. I came back where we had the big bowl last night. It's crickets. Which I know he's down in there, but last night he wouldn't talk either until his cows got behind him and he screamed at him, and then we just happened to be in a good place to capitalize, but not so much this morning. So as you may have noticed, we've changed strategies a little bit and we're now more mobile. And I think for these last couple days we've got to just cover some country and find some elk. So that's the plan. We're going to take you for a little ride, literally. We're going to drive over to a different part of the area and see if we can't round up a bugle. But it's warm. I'm wearing a puffy just because I'm always cold, but it's got to be pushing 50 degrees this morning. It's supposed to be like 80. So. But I know there's an elk bugling somewhere.
We could spend a full day's energy on chasing a ghost, or we can go spend minimal effort, get a response, and then capitalize on that.
Yeah, my thoughts are that this bull likely has evaporated. He'll be missed. not a single bugle yet this morning, but there were grouse in the road, so I've never seen blue grouse so skittish. Usually you can just walk right up to them and hit them with a stick, but they've obviously been chased, so one flew a long ways, the other one flew, and it didn't sound like it kept going, so we walked up, and sure enough, it was sitting right in the top of the aspen tree there, the golden leaves on the aspen glistening in the sun, and grouse perched right in the top of it. And the last blue grouse I shot, it just absorbed the arrow. The arrow didn't penetrate through it, definitely got through it, but it didn't go, so I was pretty confident that if I shot it right between the wings and the back there, it wouldn't lose my arrow. Fortunately, that's what happened. It dropped, and the arrow fell out with the grouse, and eating grouse again today.
Okay, it's morning, day 5. Slept pretty good last night, except for this bull above camp was sounding off about every couple hours. He's still bugling up there, but they're moving up the hill, so we're just kind of hustling up this hill, trying to see if we can catch up with him a little bit, but promising that there's some bugles this morning, so we're charging up this hill to see what we can make happen. So, quick update. south wind tonight. This will be perfect. It's hard to chase these guys in the timber. They're on their way to their bedding. Been hanging out on this point all night. We had them within 100 yards. I had the cows. The bull's a little further than them. He's a nice bull, so we're just not gonna. It's midweek. We got a few days left, so we're gonna. We hate to leave elk, but we're gonna leave these guys because they patterned out that first night we were. This might be the bull that I got a shot at. Bunch of cows, like 25 cows. So it's got wind from the south today, which is squirty. So it's just a game of roulette to go in there after. We're gonna blow something up, but we know where elk are. There's a bunch of elk that come up from the bottom. We're gonna push down there and see what we can see. Saw that bull that day. There's a bunch of them. Cow. Look all the way up that sage flat. Another 7, 8. But that's different than the one I just saw. We're into that bull early, and we just came to a place where we could see across this valley, and there's a bunch more elk patterning in here now, which is good news. We could see 1 or 2 other bulls. One bull left his cows. It's kind of coming our way, but can't get him to pipe off again. But he's a ways away. He's probably a mile away. Anyway, I think we're gonna bomb off this hill and get some water. Maybe go back to base camp for just a minute. We ran out of meat. We already ate the tenderloin, so we're gonna maybe cut a little more meat off because we're pretty hungry. And then we'll be back up here around 3 o'clock. Kill this bull tonight. He's gonna come out just like he did that first night. We'll play the wind. The wind's supposed to be in kind of a southeast wind, southwest this afternoon, so we'll have to account for that and see which way it's going. But I feel like he's going to bring his cows right back down, and we're going to be in a good spot. So that's the game plan for today. Super encouraged. More elk either being more vocal or moved into this area, so looks promising.
Feeling pretty good this morning. Yeah. This is our shortest night of sleep, I think. That's okay. Energy-wise, I'm feeling pretty decent right now. Slept pretty good for the short night that we did have. And we didn't have to expend too much energy getting back in here last night. So hopefully that all equates into getting on a bull early and having the energy to go after them for whatever that requires.
We've got 3 bulls bugling. 2 of them sound like they're probably a little too far for us. One of them is about half that distance, I believe. We're going to work our way down to the saddle that's in front of us. Confirm that. If he is that close, then we'll probably hunt him. They're screaming now. Issue we got right now is the wind's kind of dropping. We need this wind to turn, start rising up out of the bottom. Really can't do nothing until that happens.
The new Destination Elk V7 t-shirts are available right now at peaksequipment.com. And every shirt that you purchase between now and the end of the series is going to automatically get you an entry into the $8,000 elk hunting gear package giveaway that includes everything I use to hunt elk. And use the promo code DEV7 to save 10%. The giveaway ends at the end of the DEV7 series, which will be about the first week of March. So visit peaksequipment.com, order your new DEV7 t-shirt, and be automatically entered to win the amazing $8,000 elk hunting gear package.
What's the plan?
Well, we're gonna walk this ridge where we came up a gated trail, and we camped. We heard a bull last night as we were putting up camp, so we're gonna call our way out this ridge and see what we can hear. Hopefully something fires up on its own too, so we'll see. Hopefully we get it done today. Surprising. Just hearing two bugles on their own last night from right here. I can't believe that we didn't get a response. It's right at camp.
At our camp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, what do we want to do?
It's right at camp. Literally. Yeah.
What do we want to do?
We gotta swoop back around, get the wind right.
Take the trail back.
Yeah. Don't you think? I mean, if you look at that. My guess is he's right here. Because if you look at this. Yep. And he couldn't hear us from camp, just like we said. So if we take that other little road down maybe and get on his level. That's a different bull. Yes.
There's two bulls right there.
No, that bull was somewhere else, wasn't it? I think it's farther down. But our wind isn't good here, so we have to get past them. That's a good sign, though. Let's go down to this point and just see if we can pinpoint them. I mean, that one's pretty pinned. Yeah. But I'm not sure there's not multiples. Yeah.
So what's the strategy from here? Leave that one alone.
We may leave that one alone till midday. Get up here and check and see if there's one that's willing to play. And if not, we know that bull hasn't left. We'll come back and dive into there and see if we can get close. But it's hard to get close without him giving his position away. I think we got a pretty good position on him right now. Have no idea if he has cows. Might be the same bull that was right by camp last night that surprised us. Literally right at dark, we had one come running, basically sub 50 to camp, and he just kind of went quiet. But it breaks off pretty steep from camp, and like I told Jeff this morning, like they might be able to hear us from calling from that side, but we're not going to hear them when they're on the same side as us. So I was kind of surprised he answered right at camp this morning. So, but this looks like beautiful country in here, and decent amount of elk sign. So I think it's going to be a pretty productive day. We'll just have to slip around and be patient. I think these are a lot more pressured elk, probably. Let's go. Back in here, and there's definitely some elk sign. Not a ton, but quite a few tracks, a couple rubs. So we're gonna wander back into a couple of these basins, see what we can stir up. Weird. I think we should wander out there, Jeff. Yeah, I almost think we should call from up this high spot. Yeah, once we get right out on that edge. Yeah. Oh, it looks fantastic. Yeah, it does.
Agreed.
Agreed. Well, we were sitting back here on a ridge, long ways from the truck, and ran into a guy. He was shooting a prime, so that was positive. But local guy that's been hunting up in this area. So, super nice guy. Anyways, there's some elk out in front of us, and he saw him, and he actually went a different direction, and he saw our camp set up and stuff. But the bugle that we heard this morning that we thought was an elk was actually him. And so, that kind of changes our plan a little bit. But we're going to head this way up towards where the elk have been seen and towards where there's a lot of good elk country, and keep moving forward. So. found a really good creek flowing right here down out of the mountain, so we're gonna jug all the water we can and then filter up some more. It's the best creek we've seen.
Chug, Jody. Chug.
Chug, chug.
Chug, chug.
It's great to find water. That's breakfast. All this stuff around here.
What was that? What'd you say?
I said this is breakfast. So much better. So much better knowing we got full reserves of water.
my cow called, he straightened out pretty good. And I shot, put my 40 high on his kill. It looked like the arrow might have hit a touch high. I think it's still in the vitals, but touch higher than ideal. We're just gonna back out to where Donnie is, like 80 yards. There's a little draw over there that'll pull our scent down. We'll give him some time. I heard some good crashing, but I also heard some walking down through there. So I don't know if he had cows and they were walking off or what, but let's go back here and give him 45 minutes or an hour and go up and see what we can find, see if we got good blood. I think I saw the arrow hit a little high, but not like high enough to be concerned. I think it should still be good. Just right over the hill from you.
I heard him come out, and I heard a bunch of crashing, moving.
I think he winded us.
Yeah. I heard a lot more commotion than just winding us.
We were 80 yards from him.
Yes. I let out that cow call, and it was like you were immediately responded. Oh, he's in position. Yeah. Did he just come running, or was he just kind of
On a string. I'd ranged a tree in the timber at 45, and he went above it. And then started side-hilling down, and he got about to that level, and he was going to go out of my shooting window. So I drew back. When he stepped in the window, I cow called. And it took him a couple steps to stop, and I just waited. Mike, you got to make this shot count. And I put the 40 a little high on his back. Not on his back, but up in the kill zone. And shot, and it looked like my arrow hit about where my 40 was. So he might have been a little closer. But hit a touch high. But I think it's high long. Like, I don't think it's up above that. I think we're good. There was some big crashing. And then I heard some walking going down. So I'm hoping he crashed and maybe some cows walked out or something.
So that first cow call that you did right after I did, was that you're stopping him cow call?
No, that was me. I told you I'll get up there and cow call and get him to answer, and then I'll cut him off, and then you cow call.
Yeah.
So you cow called before I was ready.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. So I did it.
You gotta make this challenging enough.
I thought, but then I was like, okay, I gotta get him bugling, and then
No.
you didn't cut him off.
No, we're good. He was so interested in how you had to come to anything. I thought about cutting him off when he bugled. I thought as fired up as he was on that cow call, he's coming.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, then we can cut him off. I'm already eating the fat off of that. I'll let you guys cut it up, and I'll just sit there eating fat off of it. Let's just sit back here for another 30 minutes or so. Hopes are high. I don't have the energy to go on the roller coaster ride today, so we're just banking on those crashes. Was him laying up there.